Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Welcome to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. I am Ray Cruz. We're going to be joined here momentarily by the man, the myth, the legend. Who's the Blame podcast? You can click that freaking QR code and get to his broadcast. The man, the myth, the legend, the true Gator fan, even if they win or lose. Ray Montez. What's up, brother?
What's going on, boss? How we doing today?
You're doing great, man. How you doing?
Better than good. I cannot complain. The way college football did us last night, I can only imagine what's going to happen today.
I'm kind of tired because I watched both games.
Dude. These Friday night games got to start an hour early.
My wife wasn't too happy because of Florida State loss. But anyway, just keep it pumping up here a little bit, keeping it all dry. All right, man, let's talk about your Gators real quick here. Is he in trouble? Is Napier in trouble now? If he loses today's game, is he in trouble?
Man, we were in trouble after the first loss. But it's easy to fire somebody. It's just like in relationships. People want to tell you to leave this person, leave that person. But who gonna step in? I want John Gruden. What is the highly probability of us getting John Gruden? It's not gonna be an instant fix. So you're trying to tell me I got to wait 2 years, whoever comes into the program. I got to wait 2 years to be relevant again as a Florida football Gator fan, because nobody comes in college football as a coach and is that impactful unless you bring a quarterback, a defensive stud, and somebody that can stretch that field at receiver, running back. So you got to come in there with a coach and 4 to 5 players. I'm being realistic. We are in serious trouble. And it's not the defense. It's the lack of ability to comply with the game plan, to comply being a Florida Gator fan, to comply being an SEC fan. That's where the problem lies at with me. It's not being followed through. There's no accountability. I'm tired of these excuses. There's no way they're still having problems and issues from the spring practice. Is it the coaches? Is it the players? Is it the culmination of everything? The program is in shambles right now. From the quarterback to all the coaches.
Right, and then you had DJ Lagway walking around in another walking boot. He said it was just for precaution. So the question is your quarterback healthy enough to play? Or is he just hurting the team?
To be a quarterback in college football, D1, the SEC, we need everything up here to be right. And it's not right. I'm not talking about the concentration of the game is gone with him. It is gone out the window. It is gone out the window. I don't know how to get it back this late in the season. I mean, we're not even to October yet, and we've already canceled out about 25 college football programs already. Is it fair? No. But looking at the remainder of the schedule, we got to come up with a plan today. And it's beyond what DJ Lagaloo or Laganot not doing. It's beyond that now. It has to be a team effort right now. A truly team effort needs to be done right now. And that's not happening right now. I don't see it coming. There's nobody in that locker room. There's nobody on the sideline. Maybe it's somebody in the stands. I don't know. But I don't see the heartbeat coming back. Maybe this bye week will help me in Gator Nation do better moving forward. But I just don't see it.
Yeah.
We may be a 1 to 3 win team this year.
So Napier could join these crew who was fired in 2025 as of September 26. Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State, Deshaun Foster at UCLA, and Brent Pryor at Virginia Tech. So now Napier could be added to this list. Is he? Well, he finished out the year. That's the question for the Gator fan.
No. Pack your shit now. Don't go to church tomorrow. Go ahead and disenroll them kids from school. Move to another county, somewhere. But you got to go. You got to go. Bring back the kissing coach wife. Bring her back. That kiss the players on the mouth. Bring her back.
All right. QR code you see up there is on All Sports All Play Network. You can click that. You can get to the All Sports All Play Network there. And Dre Montez, you can click this one
Right
here.
now.
You click this QR code, it'll put you on Dre Montez's Facebook page. If you want to go on his page and put some likes on him. Also, you can go to my page here. This is my page. If you click on it, I need 100 likes. If I get 100 likes on my page, I can start broadcasting live on that page. So go ahead and hit it up. And once again, we'll run it through here again. This is the All Sports All Place Network Facebook page. You can click that and get to our network page to see all the great shows on the All Sports All Place Network. If you want to get on Dre's page, there it is. You can click on there. You can get all of his content off his Facebook page, and you can click on mine. You can like it. You can share it. I need 100 likes, 100 followers, technically, so I can get on there so I can start broadcasting this show live on that Facebook page. So let's continue right along here. Dre's on the phone with his contact.
Talking to John Gruden.
He's talking to John Gruden. Now, the question is, Lane Kiffin's name has been brought around too. So,
man, his daughter need to make up her mind. My daughter not dating nobody from the opposing team. No.
She could technically she could make her way through the whole Weeks family. I mean, there's 3 Weeks on the LSU football team, so she can go from one brother to another. It keeps going on for the whole Weeks, you know. So,
oh my goodness.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that going on here. But as always, we weren't here last week because due to the fact that I was down in UCF watching UCF beat my Tar Heels.
Ray was being selfish. He went to a game last week.
So, but we do have the week 3 score here. Let's go. Let me put myself back on the screen here. There we go. We put the week 3 score here. There is week 3. I'm 51-14. You're 48-17. You're still behind me, like always. You know.
Hey, play nice.
I am nice. I put your Florida Gator colors up there. See how nice I am?
Oh my God! You act like you really killing me here. This is close. This is doable. 51-14 and 46-17. I take that.
Yeah, you're 3 games behind.
That's not bad. I'm gonna catch you today.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't give you a free one because North Carolina ain't playing today, so we get a win today.
We both got to buy today. That's why I got my tie dye on. I'm on vacation today and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I got my baseball team that I used to coach.
Amen.
All right, let's get right down to it. We got a total of 49 games today.
That's not bad.
And then we got next week, we got Friday. We got 1 game on Friday, whether it be the West Virginia. Hold on to make sure that's right because I got to put the darn thing on. We got a Thursday night game, Sam Houston at New Mexico State. And then we got a Friday night. We got a lot of Friday night games. We got Western Kentucky at Delaware. We got Charlotte at South Carolina next Friday. New Mexico.
That's a good game, man.
Then you got West Virginia at BYU. And then Colorado State and San Diego State. That's all on Friday night football there next week. So we'll get to those games and stuff like that as we go through. All right, let's start it off with number 16, Georgia Tech. Yes, the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech is number 16 after beating Clemson last week. They take on Wake Forest at Wake Forest. Let's talk about that game a little bit here. Legacy Federal Credit Union Stadium in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We know Wake Forest coach retired last year after last season. They got a new coach, got a new program. They're 2-1, 0-1 in the ACC. How can they beat Georgia Tech today?
I tell you what, everybody thought Uga was running back you. I think what Georgia Tech has put together has been quite impressive what they've done offensively, especially with the running back situation. And they're not lagging at the receiver position either. They're doing some things that remind you of the 1990 Yellow Jackets when they split the title. Georgia Tech has been doing a lot of things behind the scenes, behind the curtain, however you want to put it, with their program, with their institution, with their facility, but they were also working on their players. And they finally have a coach that can recruit in the state of Georgia, in the state of Florida, and they're bringing the talent in there. Georgia Tech has turned the page in the heads. If they cannot stop Georgia Tech running game, it's going to be a long day. That's the key to victory right there. Georgia Tech running game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But the quarterback also helps in that running game because he's also could be a running quarterback and throw the ball. King has been doing very well. He's 46 out of 66, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception so far this year. They have a running back in Haynes who is 290 yards rushing, 49 carries for 3 touchdowns. But don't forget the wide receiver because now we have not the usual Georgia Tech playing the option. They do have wide receivers who has – and Kenyon, wide receiver, has 11 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 167 yards. But don't look at Wake Forest because Wake Forest, on the other hand, they have a quarterback who is he's not flashy. He can run the football. He can throw the football. He's 54 out of 85, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions so far this year. But he has 697 yards passing. But they also got a running back who can match in Claiborne, who has 25 carries, 4 touchdowns, 247 yards. But then you got to watch out for the dangerous Barnes, that wide receiver, 12 receptions, 248 yards. So they get out. Both teams get after the quarterback. What you're saying, running back, you could be Georgia Tech now, turning that page over against Georgia. That might be a good game at the end of the season when Georgia Tech versus Georgia this year. But let's look at it a little bit more here in depth here at the thing here. Georgia Tech doesn't play just offense. They have a defense that can match with their offense. So now let's talk about Wake Forest and their defense and how they can control King and the running game. But also you got to look at them too. Both teams get after the quarterback. So this could be a high-flying up and down the field game, or does Georgia Tech go and lean on the running game a little bit and keep Wake Forest offense off the field?
I like playing the game. Let's see what the defense is going to give to us. I like when college coaches and players can recognize what's going to happen before it happens by seeing the preset formation. If Georgia Tech can do that, I think it's going to be a good afternoon, a really good afternoon from that standpoint.
I agree with you on that too. I think Georgia Tech and Wake Forest does match up a little bit here. I think a little bit of edge on the talent side is Georgia Tech, and the way the head coach has got them playing like him, and he is the shade of the team, and the team is taking his attitude this year, and you can see the whole trajectory of Georgia Tech has turned the manner around. So that's going to be a go. Who you got today on this ball game?
I got Georgia Tech, man. Give me GT.
You're going to take Georgia Tech? I'm taking Georgia Tech, too. I don't think Wake Forest has got what it can take. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think at the end, the talent of Georgia Tech in the running game could be a little bit too much for Wake Forest in there.
Right.
All right, number 21, USC versus 23, Illinois in Champaign. This game is on Fox at 12 o'clock. Wake Forest, Georgia Tech is at 12 o'clock on ESPN. So now we got another high noon, another 2 ranked teams going at it in high noon fashion. Let's talk about USC, not the USC in South Carolina, but the USC out in California. They call them the real USC.
Whatever.
And people, Lincoln Riley. Is Lincoln Riley going to have this team playing to where it needs, or is it time to say, hey, look, we gave you too much money, too much hype. You ain't handling the hype. You ain't handling nothing right now. I mean, we gave you what? Another house. We gave you the whole limousine, the whole 9 yards, and you have not done one thing. What's going on with USC right now under Lincoln Riley?
It's like his quarterbacks in the NFL. They haven't done diddly poo. Diddly poo. I don't. He has such a great name, Lincoln Riley. When you hear the name Lincoln Riley, that speaks volumes, expectations with a name like that. Some people have great names. That's a great name, but the name and the resume, depending on when you raise that, does not speak to me right now. I don't know what I need to see from him or the program or the players he's recruited, but something is going on with the lack of information, confidence, and following through. What has Lincoln Riley done since he's been on the collegiate level? I don't know. He's put some great names out there, but as they're moving forward, we're finally seeing he can't cook. All them ingredients look fine, but can you combine them to make a good meal that's digestible? He's fallen way short of that. Way short. I don't know what it's going to take for me to believe in this dude. USC is not back yet. No. And what the Illini did, getting blown out, I don't know what happened to that program. And I got a good buddy that's a huge Illini fan. He told me, Dre, this weekend is the weekend. I'm going to put my pinky in the Illini beating USC. Not my whole hand, but my pinky. I think they can get USC.
Yeah, I don't think
it's that. And every time a coach goes to a new program, we always say the same thing. Well, he has to get his guys in there. Who are your guys? If you're Lincoln Riley and with the transfer portal, your guys should have came with you. They should have came with you right there. Why are they waiting? Why are they waiting? Because they're seeing the product that Lincoln Riley has put out there on the collegiate level and on the professional level. It has not turned out well. I'll wait.
Now, if you look at it this way too, and there's two probabilities in this. Lincoln Riley's always got a great offense. They ranked third in the FBS right now, 583.8 yards per game. They're ranked 11th in the passing game at 331.5 yards per game, and their rushing game is ranked number 12th, 252 yards, 0.3 yards per game. But the scoring is ranked number 5th at 52.5 per game. But this is the knock on Lincoln Riley. It's not the offensive side. It's his defensive side. They're number 52 ranked team in the FBS, giving up 323.8 yards. Passing yards are 90th at 231 yards per game. They're ranked number 25, 92.8 yards per game. And scoring defense, they're ranked number 3 at 20, giving up 20.3 per game. And that's the knock on Lincoln Riley is he has a great offense, but the defense is like I said. That's what costs USC a lot of games is their defense, not their offense. Do you agree with that assessment that's going around right now on Lincoln Riley?
That was a tricky question there, Ray. I like how you snuck that in there. That was real smooth what you did right there. Here's what I'm saying. If a college or institution goes out and hire a guy that's based on what he can do offensively, based on what he can do for your quarterback, my defense is not the question. You brought him here for offensive purpose only. What has he done offensively? What do they rank offensively?
Right now, they're ranked number 3 in the FBS with 583 yards and 0.8 yards per game.
Okay. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. Offensively, he's the top 3 right now in FBS. Top 3. That defense, that's their problem. They got to fix that out. You brought me here to do this, but I am the head coach. Can he coach his defense if coaches do better?
That's been a knock. That's been a knock on him everywhere. Even at Oklahoma, that was a knock on him. The defensive coordinator and the hiring of the defensive coordinator is not the epitome of that. It's just the way Lincoln Riley has not been able to be a CEO. You know, a head coach has to be that CEO, has to take over the ownership of that program. They have to make sure they can run the defense. And that's the lack of knowledge. I think that's the lack of his inconsistency of it being a young head coach at the time, coming up, being at Oklahoma. But then again, there's some things that we have talked about in previous years on the show that when coaches decide to have a good program at one place, they go to another, they don't have the same success they have at that program they left. Why do they leave? because they go after the money, but not after the luxury of the institution itself. He would have been better off staying at Oklahoma, in my opinion,
I
because he
would have
was doing
stayed
great
there
things
to
there.
build the program, you got to start somewhere and build your foundation. Stand somewhere 5-10 years in the program. No, stay there. I would love to grow up with somebody and say to myself, he's been there the whole time. He's been there for 35 years. Will we have another Mike Gundy? Will we have somebody like that? Will we have another coach that stays at a program that long that we can say, okay, he's been through it all. He's experienced some things. He's prepared for the transition. Now we're hearing about coaches that are not ready to adapt to the NIL, the transfer portal, technology, social media. You got to be in depth with all of that. And I don't think we have any coaches that are built for that type of sustainability. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Gundy staying at Oklahoma State for almost 2 decades, 3 decades there.
He played there. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I think that was I think it was time for him to rotate out. I mean,
he brought the mullet back.
Yeah, he brought the
business in the back.
So I mean, you got to look at that too. But then I look at the Illinois side here. Their offense is ranked. Let's go back over here and look here real quick. Their offense is ranked 103rd in the FBS. They're 75th in passing, 102 in rushing, they're 43 in scoring. Illinois' defense is ranked number 63 in the FBS.
Jesus.
Ranked passing defense is ranked 70. Rushing is ranked 65. Scoring defense is ranked number 60. So Illinois is your number 23 ranked team in the nation. They get blown out. Their offense and defense is pitiful. It's not even in the top.
Those are triple digits, Ray. Those are triple digits. I don't think they understood the assignment of spring practice and game plan.
So Bielema's got this team, he's undefeated as a head coach winning the first game. Then they battled Duke, and then they came and get blown out last week.
Right.
Now they got USC this week in Champaign. USC is favored by 6.5 points in this ball game. Illinois comes in at 3-1, 0-1 in the Big Ten. USC comes in 4-0, 2-0 in the Big Ten. So I mean, do you really like this new Big Ten? All the teams that are added into it.
It's growing on me. It's growing on me. It really is. They're trying with these matchups. They really are trying, which I like. Thank you, college football. You're trying, but don't force it on me. Be gentle. Ease us into this transition. How about you? How you like
it? To me, I think it's growing. Like I said, it's growing. But then again, you look at some of the matchups here. You got California, you got Oregon, you got Portland, you got Oregon in there. You got all kinds of things. It's just mixed up. I mean, usually Big Ten football is that central location.
Yeah,
that's
hard. That's hard to mix up right there when you get that combination right there.
But even though we talk about conferences, ACC is freaking all over the place. They got Texas down. They got to go out to California. They got them long trips. They call it Atlantic Coast Conference. I think it should be called the Pacific Central Coast Conference. That's my opinion.
The PAC Conference Coast.
It's all over. It's like the West Coast. You got Texas. And then you got the East Coast. So, it's like a U. It's like the U. If you look at it, it's going up and down, going back up. It's like the big U. But anyway, so we talked about that. The odds here is the under is 56.5. Do you take that in this ball game on the under?
I'm taking the over in that. I got a feeling that Illinois is going to try to put points on the board, because their lackluster offense. And if they find one hint of a way to exploit the defense and capitalize on what they can do offensively, they could have a good day. That's why I'm taking the over in the points.
I mean, who would think Indiana University blew out Illinois like that? 63-10 last week.
It happens every week, Wade. It happens every week. There's some college kid with some woman, nobody know how they're together. Why can't it happen on the field? Why can't it happen on the field? I'm still taking USC.
Then you got USC, who's
taking USC,
so far,
but I'm taking the over.
Played Missouri State 73-13. Played Georgia Southern 59-20. Beat Purdue 33-17 and beat Michigan State 45-31. So USC likes to outscore you. That's their winning
They
combination.
will light up a scoreboard.
So you're taking USC in this ball game?
Yes, I am. That's the University of Southern Cal, by the way.
Yeah, I don't trust that either. So I'm taking USC also in that game too. All right, my friend. Let's talk about the next game here. The 12 o'clock ABC ranked number 22 Notre Dame versus Arkansas and Fayetteville at Razorback Stadium. 73 degrees. The spread in this game is 4.5 by favorite Notre Dame. The total of this will be 63.5. Do you take that betting line on that?
Oh, no. Lou Holt's calling me right now. What's that? Okay. He said the Golden Domers about to change people's mind today. Against Arkansas and Fayetteville, where's Matt Jones when I need him?
I mean, if you look at the start of this season, they lost to Miami 27-24. They lost to Texas A&M last week 41-40, and then they beat Purdue 56-30. So that's got Notre Dame one win. If you look at Arkansas, they're 2-2. They beat AAMU, which is Alabama. I guess that's Alabama.
They beat an initial school.
They beat Arkansas State 56-14, but they lose to Ole Miss and then they lose to Memphis.
Hey, Ole Miss, they doing some things down in Oxford. We'll get to that game later on. Yeah. I can't take that loss to Ole Miss like, they lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss doing something down there in Oxford. But Notre Dame, they talk about the coach so much, what he has done off the field, his program, how he talks to the players. Show me what he's done on the field. That's what I'm waiting for. Stop telling me about the history and the pageantry of Notre Dame football and touchdown Jesus and Rudy. What they going to do today? In Arkansas, they're one of them teams, man. If they find any little opportunity, they're going to take advantage of it. If Notre Dame is reckless and uncareless with their penalties and reckless on defense, Arkansas is going to take advantage of the game. That 4.5 sounds really intriguing. I'm more enticed to know about the over-under in this game.
Yeah, if you look at it right now, you look at Arkansas's offense, ranked number 8 in the FBS in yards per game, ranked 15th in passing, ranked 20th in rushing, ranked 15th in scoring. But then if you look at Notre Dame's defense, the defense they got to go up against, they're ranked 100 in yards per game, 132 in passing yards, ranked 39th in rushing per game, and ranked 118th in giving up scoring. So something's got to give for Notre Dame. Either Notre Dame's defense got, without Al Golden, who went up and moved up into the NFL, their defense is now in shambles. So does Arkansas take an effect? Because look at Arkansas's offense. They're ranked number 8 in FBS. But then if you flip the script over there, their defense, and this is why they are 2-2. Their defense ranked number 83 in FBS, Arkansas. 75th in passing, 86 in rushing, and 73 in scoring. So that's what you get right there. These two teams are not playing any kind of defense. They got some offensive going, but look at Notre Dame's offense. They're ranked number 52 in FBS and yards per game, ranked 41st in passing, ranked 7th in rushing, and ranked 26th in scoring. So that's what you're looking at right now. Is this
Right.
a make or break for Freeman? Is this a make or break for the Notre Dame head coach?
I think
This
this is the
season?
game he must. This is a statement game for Notre Dame, and it's not even October yet, which is even more scary. It's not October yet, and this is a statement game for Notre Dame, the Golden Domers of South Bend, Indiana. We shall see. I got a funny feeling, maybe because I got family in Arkansas, but I'm going with Arkansas today in upset. Give me Arkansas.
You taking Arkansas in the
Taking
upset?
Arkansas over Notre Dame. They
All
playing
right.
in Fayetteville. Bring all the deer antlers, bow hunters, shotgun, bring them all. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody come. Bring your camouflage. Let's go.
Not
This is a
so
home
fast,
game.
my friend. Not so fast, my friend. What Lee Corso used to say. I'm taking the Golden Domers coming into Arkansas and putting it up the bit. I think they got a little bit of better defense and a way better offense than Kansas. Arkansas
Right.
is like a mix and miss. You're either gonna have a great game or they're gonna have a pitiful game. We don't know exactly what this team is coming at. It's a heckle and jive game, but give me that Golden Domers, man.
I
And
want to
what Lee
see.
Corso used to say, not so fast, my friend.
Uh-huh. So you got Notre Dame. I got Arkansas. But what I will pay attention to, because this is one of my games on my watch list today, I want to see him coach. I don't want to see this. I want to see him coach. I want to see his mouth moving and pointing. I want to see that out of Notre Dame coach today. Show me he can do that. He's always doing this. When does he talk, Ray? When does he talk? I've yet to see that man move his lips. Why is he wearing a headpiece? I want to see him throw the headpiece, grab a player by the face mask. I want to see emotion out of him. Show me.
All right, let's do our first rapid fire here. Who you got, Rutgers or Minnesota?
Me, Minnesota. I like that coach.
Taking Minnesota. I'm taking Rutgers. Rutgers did pretty good for me the week 3s. I won with them, so I'm going to stick with them. All right, Duke at Syracuse. The surprise Syracuse and Duke. Duke lose to Illinois, come back, beat NC State. They lose to Tulane. Now, this is the thing about Duke. They lose to Tulane with the quarterback they bought from Tulane for $8 million.
Yes, at Duke?
Duke quarterback, they paid $8 million to the Tulane's quarterback from last year.
Drinks on him. And he got $8 million in the bank. Drinks on him. I would love to see that dorm room.
And look, and then they lose to Tulane after they bought the quarterback from last year from Tulane.
That's the posse. I would love to check the financial records of everybody related to him. Let's get that under investigation.
So Duke comes in at 2-2, 1-0 in the ACC. Syracuse, who beats Clemson last week, are 3-1 and 1-0 in the True Death Valley, according to Clemson fans. They went into the True Death Valley and came out with a victory. So now this is interesting because Duke is a heckle and jive team. They play up to one team, then they play down the next team. Can Duke go into the, I call it a Carry Dome, but it's the GMA Wireless Dome up in Syracuse today? Does Duke go in there and handle the business, or does Syracuse handle the home business and kicks Duke back to Durham?
I've been a fan of Syracuse since I found out what the coach did after they won a game. He didn't like the way the players behaved and talked to the coaches. So immediately following the game, he had them run sprints in uniform. And then I became a fan when I found I got a 17-year-old two-way player. This man left high school because he said the competition was not on his level. He's a two-way 17-year-old. I'm going with Syracuse.
Yeah, if you look at this thing here, you look at the quarterback for that Duke paid $8 million to. He has 1,305 yards. But the other side of the Syracuse quarterback, in Angelili, he has 1,317 yards passing. But then if you break it down, Duke's supposed to be this running committee. Castle has 193 yards rushing. Willis for Syracuse has 233 yards leading the team. But then Barkrate for Duke has 17 receptions, 1 touchdown, 337 leading the team in receiving yards to Gill's 310. But then if you break it all down, this is like a match made in heaven for both teams because they're similar. They got similar styles, and I got nobody breaking away. They matchup predicted got 62% for Syracuse, 38% for Duke in this matchup. The under is 58.5 in this ball game. Duke, favored by 4.5.
That's scary. If this was soccer, I would take Duke. If it was lacrosse, I would take Duke. If it was baseball, I would take Duke. If it was hockey, I would take Syracuse. If it was basketball, I'm taking Syracuse. Football, I'm taking Syracuse.
Yeah, I got Syracuse beating Duke today at home. I don't think Duke is that good on the road.
That coach is different, Ray. That coach is different.
Manny Diaz?
No, for Syracuse, he's different. He wants accountability right then and there. He demands respect. He demands eye-to-eye contact when he's talking to his player. That's communication. When you look at the person that's talking to you, that's communication. And I like coaches that demand that out of these young men.
Yep, I do too. That's something you got to do. All right, let's continue with the rapid here. Louisville at Pittsburgh. Who you got?
So quiet as kept. Louisville is the next Lamar. That quarterback they got, he reminds you of Lamar, that guy that plays in Baltimore. Give me Louisville.
You taking Louisville? I'm taking Louisville. I'm taking Pittsburgh in this one. They're playing at home. I think Pittsburgh is a little bit better team than Louisville.
At Heinz Stadium.
Pittsburgh in this one. Because of the running back. The running back they got at Pittsburgh and stuff like that.
Damn. I'm going to hold my pick, though. I'm going to stay with Louisville.
All right, Cincinnati at Kansas. Who you got?
Give me Kansas. I like that football program.
I'm going to take Kansas because they're playing at home. UCF goes on the road to Kansas State. Who you got?
Give me UCF.
Yeah. You're going to keep, Scott Frost, even though he didn't do good at Nebraska, he's still undefeated at UCF. So
hasn't lost a game in 5 years.
Now it's UCF. I'm going to take Kansas State because Kansas State's playing at home. Little Manhattan. It's going to be
rock. Manhattan, Kansas, too. Good folk there. Shout out to Coffeeville.
South Alabama and North Texas. Who you got?
Give me North Texas.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to take South Alabama on that one.
I like the white
Bowling Green at Ohio. Who you got?
Give me Bowling Green.
Taking Bowling Green. I'm going to take Ohio in this one. All right, my friend. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one here. Utah State goes into number 18 ranked Vanderbilt. After beating South Carolina, they are now number 18. They're 4-0. They're going in the First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. They play in the Utah State Aggies out of Utah. So let's talk about this a little bit here. The quarterback that all came into play, Barnes for the Utah State has more passing yards than Piva at 982 to 890.
Right.
But the leadership by the quarterback by Piva is taking this Vanderbilt team to a new storm. This is not your old Vanderbilt team. This is a new Vanderbilt style that happened last year, transformed after beating Alabama. Now they're on the radar. They are on the map. They're there now. They're not the team in the last place that usually sits in the big SEC, the laughingstock of the SEC, according to most people. Has Vanderbilt now arrived, in your opinion?
I mean, they're not on Jake Cutler's stage, but they're edging close of being in a conversation what they're doing down there in Nash Vegas. But I like that quarterback. And I like the fact that the offense is catering to his needs. They understand what they have. So I'm liking what Vandy is doing. Because looking at Vandy football is a little different. He's not the laughing stock anymore. They're doing something different down there in Vandy, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. And that quarterback is very impressionable on the heart. Really is.
Yeah, I give you that too. I think Vanderbilt is a little bit of a different team the last 2 seasons. They coming in this season, leaving right off where they left off from last season, not missing a beat, not missing anything that you prescribed. Their offense is ranked number 19th in the FBS, and their defense for Vanderbilt is ranked number 23rd. So they got a top 10. They're in the top 20 on both categories. So that's the first time you've seen that for Vanderbilt in a long time.
Very long time.
So, I mean, now you got that situation there. But then you got to play at Utah State, whose defense is ranked number 89th in the nation, and their offense ranked 51st, not very up there. They're still in the top 100 in both. But to me, I think the leadership of Piva and Vanderbilt is accumulated into the defensive side of the ball, too. If the offense goes, the defense goes. If the offense don't go, the defense don't go. Right. It all depends on what that quarterback does. I think his leadership is outstanding. I think the coaching leadership, this game is at 12:45 on the SEC network. If you want to watch this game today, this could be a game that, be a lopsided game. Could be a very lopsided game to Vanderbilt that you don't see that very often. You don't see that in college football, that Vanderbilt really does have their ability of playing football for the last 2 years. This is not your same Vanderbilt team. This is not a team that you're going to roll over anymore. And you got to start looking at it. I mean, the head coach is getting there. I don't know how it's going to look after this season's over with. But, right now, we're playing here and now, and not going the next season. But Peterwood right now could be the team, could be the stage in where this team can now start building for the future and be a top 5 program in the SEC.
I agree.
All right, Brian Edwards at Vandy up. So
What's up, counselor?
So,
that's my buddy, the counselor, right there. Thank you, sir.
I'm taking Vanderbilt. You got Vanderbilt too,
and he's a Mizzou grad.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, we got that coming up pretty soon too. We're going to talk about Missouri and all that, and the SEC with them. So their game's coming up. I got that coming up in here momentarily. So you taking Vanderbilt also?
I'm taking Vandy as dandy, sir. Other than Mizzou lawyers, get you a lawyer from Vandy, then go to Duke and Carolina and Wake Forest.
All right. Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan, who you got?
Central Michigan.
Yeah, I'm taking Central Michigan on that one also. All right. Georgia Southern at James Madison. Who you taking?
Just imagine this, right? If James Madison would have just shut the hell up before that Pitt game 2 years ago, we'll look at this program totally different. If they would have just shut the hell up and they would have won that game, James Madison would be a totally different topic of discussion right now. But I'm taking James Madison. I think they're trying to do it again.
Yeah, they're talking about this is going to be a low-scoring game. James Madison is favored by 14.5, but if you look at the over is 53.5. They said they're going to go over 53.5 in this ball game. I don't see how that's going to happen because Georgia Southern does control the ball with their running game. If they get that running game going, it could control this narrative here. But at James Madison, I mean, look, James Madison's played Louisville to a 14-point game. I mean, Louisville won 28-14. And then they came back and beat Liberty last week, 31-13. James Madison's that hit and miss, type of team. So I think James Madison will win this one at home. So you got James Madison also, or are you taking Georgia Southern?
I'm taking James Madison.
Yeah, we both got James Madison on this one. Arkansas State versus University of Louisiana Monroe. Who you got, buddy?
Give me Louisiana Monroe.
I'm taking Arkansas State on that one. You're going to have to take the other end. So we got that. Got that one. All right, my friend. We're moving into dangerous territory.
Uh-oh.
When we come back, we will talk about the number one Ohio State at Washington at 3:30 on CBS and Paramount. We got number 4 LSU, number 13 Ole Miss. That's on ABC at 3:30. And then we'll talk about Auburn at number 9 Texas A&M. And then we'll finish up that one before we go into another rapid fire. Number 11 Indiana at Iowa on the Peacock at 3:30. So when we come back, we'll be talking about those games. This is Ray. This is Jay. Dre on the All Sports All Place Network on the All Sports
Break
All
time.
Play. We'll be right back.
Plays.
Welcome back to the All Sports All Place Network. I am Ray Cruz. I'll bring Dre back here momentarily. We're going to talk about number 1 Ohio State versus Washington at 3:30 on the CBS and Peacock. I'm going to bring Dre back on here. My man Dre, how you doing, man? We're back here. Got your nice little break. Got your Gator Chomp on, but they don't play tonight. So they got an automatic win today. You know, don't have to play
Still
nobody.
might lose.
They could. I don't know how they're losing on a bye week, but something mysterious will happen. All right, my friend. Number 1, Ohio State comes in at 3-0 and has played. This is their first Big Ten game. So is Washington coming in at 3-0, both undefeated. in the Big Ten. This is their first opportunity in the Big Ten here. What does Washington have to do to take care of Ohio State today?
I need to see that quarterback play like he did in that bowl game when he had his coming out party with 5 touchdowns. I need to see that. But Ohio State showed us something that nobody knew they had: a defense. The Ohio State has a defense. I had no idea they had a defense until I saw that Texas game. That I didn't know they had that in them on defense. We know what they can do offensively in special teams, but I did not see that coming out of The Ohio State University with their defense. Now, Washington, on the other hand, their quarterback, highly scouted. He's a 4-star recruit out coming out of high school. He had his coming out party in that bowl game for Washington last year, when he really lit up the eyes of the naysayers out there and the scouts and for us people with their eye on the quarterback position in college football. And Washington has been on the mat since Michael Penix Jr. was there. So everybody's keeping an eye on them offensively. And this is a true testament of what Washington can do in their quarterback and to really see what the Ohio State defense can do. I like this matchup. I like this time of the year that both these teams are winning. But I want to hear some more knowledge you're going to bring to the table before I tell you who I got.
All right, man. So this is what I look at right now. If you look at the two quarterbacks and saying in Ohio State, 779 yards passing to Williams Jr., the quarterback you've been talking about, he also got 778 yards passing. They only 1 yard separate. But if you look at it, Sain has thrown 3 interceptions. Williams has not. Sain has 8 touchdowns and Williams 6 touchdowns. But if you look at the denominator in this one, is going to be Coleman, the running back from Washington. He has 51 carries, 9 touchdowns, 347 yards.
9 touchdowns?
He has 9 touchdowns already.
Jesus.
And they only played 3 games.
What the? See, what's his longest touchdown run? Jesus. 9?
Let me see if they got it in here.
They getting in the red zone then. Man, 9 touchdowns?
He has 9. He has 9 touchdowns.
If he has a touchdown run over 35 yards, I'm impressed.
He has this is breakdown. He has 2 touchdowns against Washington State. He has 5 touchdowns against UCD. Then he had 2 touchdowns against Colorado State. So that's what you look at it. He only had 50. He only had 59 yards against Washington State. We had 111 against UCD and had 177 against Colorado State.
That's University of California, Davis, right?
Yeah. So you take what it's worth on that.
Okay. All right. Now I get it. Okay. Because someone had we got 9 touchdowns. Wait a minute.
His longest run was 38 yards against Colorado State. He had 8. His longest against UCD was 18, and then against Washington was 13. Was his longest.
Okay. I get it now. Technicality of 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's a technicality, but still, again, he has 51 rushes.
Okay.
He's going to be the key. He's going to be the key to keep Ohio State's offense off the field. If Washington's got a shot, they got to keep Ohio State's offense off the field. They got to keep the time possession. They got to win the time possession in this ball game. They got to wear down the Ohio State defense if they can have a shot in this ball game. It's in Washington, in Seattle, in Tacoma. Is it going to be raining there? We know how it rains in Seattle.
It rains every 15 minutes up there. Oh my God.
You think Florida was bad?
Always miserable.
You think Florida is bad? Shoot, that's even worse.
Washington is just horrific.
So Washington program, the best 22-game winning streak at Husky Stadium is up against its toughest challenge yet, the number 1 ranked team, Ohio State in the country. So that's what you're going to look at right there. Can Ohio State run stoppers stop Coleman and Williams? That's going to be the lightning and thunder right there for Washington. That's going to be the key.
This may be the Ohio State's toughest matchup this month because their quarterback is so elusive. I don't think they faced a quarterback like him that can throw and run, has vision like this. Oh, man, this is a tough one here, man, but I'm going to go with the Ohio State.
You're going with the Ohio State.
Oh,
I'm going with you, man. I can't. I was going to pull the upset, but I can't. I can't do it. I can't
I
pull
want
the
to see an upset, but I mean, would
I
they
can't do
storm
it.
the court with coffee, the field with coffee in Washington if they win this game? They throw coffee on each other up there, or do
I
they
don't know. That's
overdress?
Starbucks land. That's
What is the
Starbucks land.
fashion in the state of Washington now? Do they still dress like grunge band members? I don't know what the people in the state of Washington are doing no more. I don't
Oh,
know.
they're burning the city down right now. The last report I got was they had a car was on fire and it was a cop's car. They're still burning the city down.
God.
They haven't let that go yet. They're still burning the
Oh my
city.
God. Oh my God.
That's why it rains all the time up there because they're burning the
It
city
rains
down.
so much.
Yeah. All right, let's move into Oxford, Mississippi. Von Hemingway Stadium, 83, The Grove. Number 13, Ole Miss hosting number 4, LSU. Both teams come in 4-0 LSU, 1-0 in the SEC against 4-0 Ole Miss, 2-0 in the SEC. Lane Kiffin, he is the man of the life of the myth and legends. He had a special on not long ago about his living a double life. He has now become tame a little bit more. He's brought about some tradition back in his house, according to this documentary I watched last night. It's a very interesting documentary. You need to go watch it.
I'm gonna check it out.
So it talks about how he's messing with all the women down in FAU.
I couldn't be a college football coach and single.
Now he's done pivoted a little bit because now he's got kids and stuff, his wife and all that. He's done pivoted a little bit now. He's more tame. He's brought back the family prayer, talking about what they do at things. So I mean, he's brought back a lot of stuff according to the documentary. That's why it's called "He's Living a Double Life."
In Oxford, Mississippi.
In Oxford, Mississippi. Now, how do you look at this? Brian Kelly has his team going a little bit more. Face the Gators. You seen what it looks like? Tell me about this LSU Tigers this year.
I tell you what, I have a question for Coach Kelly without him yelling at me. I'm not questioning your game plan, sir. I like the respect you gave my Gators after the game. I like the way you yelled at their reporter. But these are troubled times you're coming in right now. I don't think this Oxford, Mississippi trip is going to go well. But them Tigers. Oxford, Mississippi on a Saturday, when they have a good football team, is different. The tradition is – I still don't understand why them kids do that. It has nothing to do with football, the things they do down there before a game. This may be one of the best teams Mr. Kiffin has had in quite some time. And I know the off-the-field issues that his daughter, Lainey, she want to pick up the phone. I've been trying to call her dorm room right now. She won't answer the phone. Lainey, it's Dre Montez. Tell her to call me. All right. This may be a tough matchup. I saw a little bit of weakness, even though they beat Florida. I saw a little bit of a third down confusion if it's more than 3rd and 5. They're too easily to pick apart on 3rd down when it's more than 3rd and 5. We know where he's throwing the ball to. And if I can pick that up, you're trying to tell me another team can't pick that up? If we can see the team is doing wrong at home, you don't think the opposition can see that? Their next matchup can see, hey, he tends to do this on 3rd down. So I'm looking at Ole Miss to capitalize on that. Low scoring game first half, but give me them Rebels. Give me Ole Miss. Give me Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, I look at it this way, dude. Gus Nussmeier, he's on the Heisman Trophy early list here. I know we got a little ways to go before we start talking about the Heisman Trophy, but he's on that early candidate watch list. He's 94 out of 137, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 962 yards passing within the 4 games. But if you look at Chambliss, they're more balanced, I think, than LSU, really, because Chambliss has only passed 42 out of 62, 4 touchdowns, 719 yards passing. But if you look at Lacey, he's got 79 carries, 7 touchdowns, 358 yards rushing so far. But then they balance it out with Wallace II. Who's going to cover to him for LSU? I mean, LSU right now, you're looking at it 343 yards receiving and leading the team right now in Wallace. Who can control him from LSU? That's going to be the question. It's just not. Ole Miss is not really basing off on the passing. Now they're more balanced than they were in the past because they were listening to Jason and Dart, trying to be that catalyst. He's more of a running quarterback, passing quarterback, but they're more balanced this year. They're more not relying on the quarterback heavily like they did last year. So they can hit you in many miles and stuff like that. This reminds me of that time when Clifton went into and beat Alabama with a team that nobody knew about. This team could be dangerous. They're playing at home. You know how Ole Miss is playing at home. This could be really, really dangerous time for LSU. And I think if LSU cannot go in here and win this game, it could start a tailwind for Brian Kelly's team and going into a losing mode.
So are you saying that this could be the game that puts Lane Kiffin on the map?
Yep.
If he beats Brian Kelly and LSU in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yep.
I'm agree with you on that, Ray. This could be the Dabo beating Zabin. This could be that moment.
Yep.
This could get the phone call ringing. This could get the transfer portal working in favor of Lane Kiffin if they win today. I feel you, Ray. I'm liking it.
Or could give him a leg up on the Gator job.
See, now I gotta get on the phone with the AD. Don't hire Lane Kiffin. Look at the remarks he made about Florida 5 years ago. Thank you. This is Dre Montez. No. I want John Gruden in Florida. Matter of fact, let me call Gruden again. Operator, give me John Gruden. Are we both taking Ole Miss in this game over LSU?
No, I'm taking LSU.
You taking LSU? I'm taking Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'm taking LSU.
I may wear a sport coat all week if Ole Miss beat LSU. I'm going to wear a sport coat all week.
I'm going to tell you this. This could be the game that might put you on the map.
Oh my God. I'm gonna stay with you right there on that one. I like that. I like this. This could be the one that catapult Dre Montez. This could be it.
It could be. Then again, we got a long ways to go.
We always got a long way to go.
Yep.
But I like this Ole Miss, man. I'm liking it.
All right. Hugh Freeze brings his 3-1, 0-1 SEC team, Auburn Tigers, into Kyle Field, the 12th man, the myth, the legend of number 9, Texas A&M, 3-0, having played their first SEC game in Kyle Stadium here. Let's talk about this ball game. Hugh Freeze, does he have Auburn turning in the right direction right now?
Listen, I've been a fan of them Auburn Tigers since the days of Bo Nix. Since them days, Mr. Nix, his daddy. It's not quite back there yet. When Auburn is good on defense, offense, and special teams, you got to pay attention. And I think they're getting really, really close to that. They're probably 1 or 2 players away, maybe a kid in high school or maybe a kid in the transfer portal. But I like what Auburn has been doing, the way they attack the ball when the ball is on the ground. I like that. Whether it's one of their own dropping the ball or the opposing team, I like that. On the other hand, I love the way a Texas A&M fan says hello. They wave like this because them Aggies, that's how they do. A&M, TAMU as I like to call them, they haven't been the same, but they're one of those teams that show up when they're not supposed to. This could be one of them games. I don't want Auburn to take this game lightly. This could be a very close game, probably within 4 or 5 points. I would love to know the over and under, Ray, and a little bit more information.
Okay, the over and under is 40. The over is 46.5. Texas A&M is favored by 6.5.
That's a scary 6.5. This game in College Station.
Yes, it is in Cal
That
Field.
12th man is important, Ray. That 12th man is important. Whatever Becky and Susan did last night, I'm counting they did what Jamal and Hakeem wanted them to do. I'm taking Texas A&M.
Texas A&M 68.4% to 31.6% on the ESPN predictor.
Yeah, give me the Aggies. Give me the
Yeah,
Aggies.
I got the number 9 Aggies.
That's how Aggie says hello.
All righty, my friend. Let's move right along here a little bit here. Let's talk about the next few games here. Let's see here. Make sure I got it all right. All right, friend.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Indiana, number 11. The surprise number 11, Indiana. 4-0.
Indiana's 11?
Yeah, they're ranked number 11.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
You all right?
up in the thing. Are you okay?
I had to look at my notes. I have
Are
notes
you
here.
okay? Oh, I got notes too.
I had to look at my notes here. They're number 11. I keep notes.
Yeah. You thought I was lying?
Wow.
You didn't trust me?
11. It snuck up on me. Indiana?
Number 11. Let's do this one more time. Let's put the emphasis on this one. Number 11, Indiana, 4-0, 1-0 in the Big Ten, going up against Iowa, 3-1, 1-0 in the Big Ten, at Connect Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, where the fans in the fourth quarter, I love their tradition, turns around and waves at the kids at the hospital. I think that's the best tradition you can have in college football. I think that's inspiration. I think they're playing at home. Iowa wants to control the game. If Iowa can control the game with the running game, this could be a low-scoring game and could be a little bit of a trouble for Indiana. What is your take on this Indiana team this season?
I need to see these rushing yards by Indiana. Where are they at ranked rushing yards? I need to hear this.
Let me see if I can get there.
I need some more information on that because I just can't believe how.
Okay, Indiana's offense is ranked number 30. Indiana's offense ranked second in FBS in points per game. They're 27th in passing. They're third in rushing with 308.8 yards a game.
There it is.
They're third in scoring 54.8.
Wow.
Not on top of that, listen to this. Not on top of that, Indiana's defense is ranked number 3 in the FBS with per yards per game. They're ranked 8th in passing. They're ranked 20th in rushing, and they're ranked 5th in giving up only 8.3 points per game.
Wow, those are some good numbers by Indiana. There's some hitting innuendos in there, hitting gems right in there. Very hitting. Wow.
Now,
number 3 in rushing.
Yep.
Damn.
Ready for this?
I don't even want to hear about Iowa because I know what they are good at and not good at.
Iowa's offense is ranked 106 in FBS in points per game, yards per game. They're ranked 129th in passing, 137.8 per yard per game. They're ranked 40th in rushing with 200.5 yards per game on offense. And they're ranked 54th in scoring with 33 points. But their defense is ranked number 13th in the nation, giving up only 233.5 yards per game. They're ranked 32th in rushing, 172.8 yards per game. Passing. Seventh, they're ranked 7th against the rush at 60.8 yards per game, and they're ranked 24th in scoring defense, giving up only 14.5 for points per game.
So you got number 7 against the rush against number 3 leading in rushing in the nation. That's a good matchup, running the ball and stopping the run. I don't like those offensive passing numbers by Iowa, but they are playing at home. Give me Iowa.
You're going to take the upset.
I'm taking the upset.
I like the tradition at Iowa.
Let's do it for the kids in the hospital.
I think Indiana's playing right now out of their mind. I think it's going to continue today. I think Indiana gets it done on the road.
That's a good
the
pick.
Basketball school, Indiana. So.
the basketball of Indiana. If Caitlin Clark show up at the game, it's over.
Nah, I don't think it's over. Because she don't play football. She only plays basketball.
She's inspirational to that whole town.
So, all right, we're going to take one more quick break. Actually, let's do a rapid fire, and then we'll take a quick break to get into the evening games, the most important games in the evening. All right, UCLA versus Northwestern. Who you got?
They fired one more person at UCLA. One more. What DJ Amalevin doing? He's still quarterbacking? Or did they bench him this weekend?
He's still quarterback, but they ain't doing too hot. Let me see
try this
numbers
one more time. Give me UCLA.
Let me see his numbers real quick. He's 62 out of 97, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's passed for 608 yards.
That's horrible. He should have stayed at Tennessee.
That's in 3 games.
Stop listening to your uncle, college kids. Stop listening to your uncles.
So you're taking UCLA?
Yeah.
I'm taking Northwestern. This is a coin flip between these two schools. But I got Northwestern because they're playing at home. They're playing at the Northwestern Medical Field at Martin Stadium in Evanston, Illinois. The temperature is going to be 67 degrees. The spread is Northwestern's favored by 5.5 total, 46.5.
They're going to go over that.
All righty. California at Boston College at 3:30 on the ACC network. Who you got?
Are we playing in Boston?
Yes, we are. Playing at Chestnut Hill.
Give me Boston. Give me them Eagles.
I'm gonna take Boston too. That's a long travel for California.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor at Oklahoma State. The new era of Oklahoma State is now arrived.
I don't know too many interim coaches that have won following a big loss like that. It could be an emotional win. Are they playing in Stillwater?
They're playing in Stillwater. They're playing at home.
Just because Mike Gundy pimped that mullet for so many damn years in his honor, I'm picking Oklahoma State. Go,
I got Baylor winning.
Dez Bryant, show up at the game. Just go to the game, Dez Bryant. Go show some love.
Utah invades West Virginia. Hide your mothers, hide your grandparents, hide your cousins, hide everybody in West Virginia because the NC State is on live TV. This game is on Fox, on national television, not just FS1, not just ABC. It's on Fox.
Hold on. You got Utah playing West Virginia.
In West Virginia.
Everybody sleep with each other. We already know what Utah does. And we know what's going on in West Virginia.
Utah's got many women, man. That's a little bit different. Utah, you can have 20
Uncle
to 40
Daddy meets brother sister.
Yeah, you can have about 20 wives and the Mormon culture. But in West Virginia,
multiple wives meeting people that sleep with their relatives. Oh my God.
Yeah. I call this the bamboozle game.
Oh my God, the bloodlines down here. This should be. They need to play the song "Bloodlines." Change the name from Blurred Lines to Bloodlines, because nobody knows the bloodline in Utah or West Virginia. But give me Utah. Give me the Utes.
I'm taking the Utes.
Give me the Ute.
Taking the Utes over there.
Yeah,
UConn at Buffalo.
Since Molly left ESPN, give me UConn.
I'm taking Buffalo in this one. San Diego State at Northern Illinois.
Tony Romo versus Marshall Faulk. Give me San Diego State.
Taking San Diego State. I'm going to take Northern Illinois in this one because they're playing at Northern Illinois. Rice goes into Navy. The Marine Corps.
Rice goes into where?
Navy.
Give me Navy. Go Navy. Navy vet in the building, both of us.
Going to the true Golden Domers, the United States Navy. I'm going with them also. Akron at Toledo.
Give me Toledo.
Yeah, I'm taking Toledo on this one also. Lindenwood at Miami, Ohio.
Lindenwood is in my backyard, St. Charles, Missouri, across another bridge. Like the baseball team more than the football team, but give me the football team today.
You taking Lindenwood?
I'm taking Lindenwood. Oh, Pierre Desir went there, former NFL player. Get it?
I'm taking Miami, Ohio. Big Ben school.
Big Ben, you think he'll be there today?
He could be, but that's
Not
easy
doing
going.
nothing else.
New Mexico State versus New Mexico. The Battle of the
They are
Mexicans.
who they thought they are. Give me New Mexico State.
I'm going to take New Mexico State also. Hawaii goes into Air Force.
Man, give me 808 all
One.
day. 808 in the building. Shaka Brock.
I'm going to take 808 also. Tulane versus Tulsa.
Give me the posse of Tulane, baby. Give me the posse.
Tulane gets back on the winning track. Number 15, Tennessee versus Mississippi State in Starksville.
Mississippi State. Sylvester and Tweety Bird. Tennessee been on a high horse here lately. The crowd, social media, the fans, the players, they bragging, they boasting. What time is this game?
This game is at 4:15 on the SEC network.
3:15 my time. Moonshine ain't kicked in yet. Real close to sleeping relatives down there. Give me Tennessee.
I'm taking number 15, Tennessee, to go all over Starksville. Middle Tennessee versus Kennesaw State. Who you got?
Give me Middle Tennessee.
I'm gonna take Kennesaw State on this one. All righty, my friends. Liberty needs to have protection. They need to have an escort. Don't leave the bus on the side of the road on Hampton Boulevard because they're invading Old Dominion today.
You got Liberty playing Old Dominion?
Yeah, you got the Jesus.
You got the Jesus kids.
Versus the criminal kids.
You got the Jeebus kids going into ODU. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, somebody getting in trouble. Somebody's going to get reprimanded. Give me Liberty. Give me Liberty.
Yeah, I'm going to take Liberty over the Cons anytime, any day. Jesus, help them.
They going to need Jeebus. They going to need Jeebus.
Rhode Island versus Western Michigan. Who you got?
Western Michigan.
Yeah, I'm going to take Western Michigan on this one. Arizona goes into number 14, Iowa State. Who you got? This game's at 7 o'clock on ESPN in Ames, Iowa.
That's a tough one. Give me Iowa State.
I'm going to take Iowa State in this one also. All right, Virginia Tech without their head coach who got fired this week.
They fired him before the bye week, Ray.
Well, Virginia Tech at North Carolina State in Raleigh, Carter Field Stadium.
I like Raleigh.
The CW Network.
The last time I was there, I was with Phillip Rivers when we tore down the goalpost and we beat Florida State when Bobby Bowden was still there and Peter Boulware was there. No, Peter Ward was there. Give me NC State.
I'm going to take the Wolfpack because right now Virginia Tech's in a turmoil and they don't look like they're coming out of it no time soon.
Wolfpack, go.
Jacksonville State at Southern Miss.
I can't root for Southern Miss in anything. Give me Jacksonville State. Give back the money, Brett Favre.
Taking Jacksonville State on this. Western Kentucky and Missouri State. Who you got?
Missouri State. I kicked it with some kids from there a couple of weeks ago.
You shouldn't be partying with no kids, man.
Hey, if you're over 21, you can do anything according to the parents and the bylaws.
I'm taking Western Kentucky. I'm taking the Hilltoppers on this one. All right, Memphis at Florida Atlantic at 7 o'clock on the ESPN2.
See, Memphis was building on something, man. I don't know what happened. They were getting a lot of kids from St. Louis, and then I don't know what happened to that program. I'm going to give them one more shot, man, because I love the women in Memphis. Give me Memphis.
Yeah, I'm taking Elvis in Memphis. All right, my friend, we're going to go to a commercial break. Next on the
Break time.
topic will be number 6 at number 3, Penn State, the whiteout game. Number 17, Alabama at number 5, Georgia. Then we're going to talk about Massachusetts and your number 20, Missouri. And then we're going to talk about Washington State and Colorado State when we come back on the All Sports All Place Network. I am Ray. That is Dre. We are here for you on college football game day. Check you
Break
later.
time.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. I am Ray Cruz. We'll bring Dre back on. What's up, Mr. Dre?
My man.
What's up, man? You get your nice little 5-minute break there. You get
Yeah, we
everything
needed that.
free time. So you get a little bit of voice resting. All right, my friend. Let's talk about Oregon going from Eugene to Happy Valley in Pennsylvania, the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it is the whiteout game tonight.
Yeah.
Stadium. They're going to white it out. What do you look from the high-flying Oregon Ducks, who looks pretty good with 4-0 and 1-0 in conference play against Penn State in their first conference game, but they're 3-0 overall. The over in this ball game is 53.5. Penn State is favored by 3.5 points.
I like the excitement of this game already. When they the whiteout party sensation, I like that. Like I think I may close the blackout curtains tonight, turn off all the lights, and experience the true whiteout effect. This would be my first time watching Penn State play this year. I want to see if they really deserve this ranking that they have. I don't know what it is about them. Is it recruiting class that got them here? Are they really that good of a football team? I guess today I will know. But I need some more numbers, right? Give me some more numbers.
All right. The quarterback for Oregon, Moore, who is 71 out of 95, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception, 962 yards passing, against Eller, the quarterback from Penn State, who is 57 out of 88, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 626 yards passing. But you have Lemare, the running back from Oregon, 32 carries, 3 touchdowns, 215 yards rushing, against Allen, who has 34 carries, 3 touchdowns, 273 yards rushing. But then you got to look at Moore's brother, who has 12 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 207 yards receiving yards, who leads that against Pena for Penn State, who has 13 receptions, 1 touchdown, 166 yards. But what it gets it going is the linebacker, DJ Ugalea's brother, who has 3 sacks, who leads the team with 3 sacks, against Dennis Sutton, who leads Penn State with 2 sacks. And then you got Campbell, who has the linebacker who leads the team in tackles for Penn State, 22, against Udacha, who has 27 tackles for linebacker for Oregon. So that is your numbers right there from the thing. Let's see if we can get the rankings here of their offense against defense here today. This is going to be a battle here. I think this is going to be a little bit more of a tense battle than we have seen in a while between Penn State. I don't know. Does this equal the Ohio State and Penn State game back when Penn State had the whiteout?
Yeah, it kind of, but I'm looking at this from the standpoint of Oregon, depending on where you're raised at, their quarterback. He's very he may be a 5'2" quarterback. He may be one of those guys. He could be a hidden gem. I don't know how Oregon does it again in finding quarterbacks that have these certain attributes that really help their program. So this game could probably better his game moving forward. This may be one of the toughest defenses that he could face on the regular season schedule, not even counting the playoff situation.
Now, this is unusual. This game is on NBC.
Oh, man.
And the Peacock app. It's on there. That's what this game is played at. James Franklin didn't think that this team was equipped to beat Oregon in the Big Ten championship game last year, but things are different now. Number 3, Penn State has spent 9 months since their 45-37 loss to the Ducks in the conference title game, retooling their wide receiving core and re-imaging their defense. Their goal is to keep pace with the high-flying team, currently riding the longest regular season winning streak in college football. They didn't have enough tools, according to James Franklin. They say now they have retooled them, and they have enough tools to match up with Oregon.
I believe the last time James Franklin talked about that game, he was outcoached. He went left. He should have went up the middle. Not right, but up the middle. He got outcoached in that game. Yes, they went and got some players that are ready to play. They didn't get anybody that's waiting to play. They got some players that are ready to play. But again, this will be my first time watching the Nittany Lions do their thing. I'm curious about a few things. This game is in Penn State at College Station. I mean, at
Beaver Stadium.
Yeah.
Happy Valley.
Playing there. It's a whiteout party. If it doesn't go their way, that crowd can turn on them. That's what I don't like. They need that crowd. I know the 12th man is A&M, but I think the Nittany Lions need their fans today. This is a tough game for them on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball, because I like that quarterback at Oregon, the way he can read a defense and the way he had his coming out party in that bowl game last year. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this, but I'm picking the upset. Give me Oregon.
I'll give you that in a minute. Let me go and let's get some little bit of things out of the way.
Okay.
I got some more information. Nittany Lions are coming off fresh off the bye week for this game. So they had a bye week, an extra week to prepare for this ball game. Okay? Their defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles, who helped Ohio State win the NCAA championship last season, is their defensive coordinator this year.
Right.
So they went out and got the best defensive coordinator from the national championship team, Ohio State, brought him in to Penn State. Now he's retooled that chemistry. James Franklin said, hey, I can't win with my style of defense. I had to go out and get somebody else who knows the defensive battle. And that's when you look at the CEO portion of the deal. Is know the difference of the defense can do what he did with Oregon against Oregon when Ohio State played them.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can. I don't think they should go in this trying to see what another team did. They got to figure their own plan out for this one. That's what I'm feeling. It's cool to see a weakness what a team showed against another team to see if you can go in there and have an advantage point on what you saw. But at the same time, if they stay true to the game plan, I think they have a better chance of going that route.
Now, Oregon's coach, Lanahan, has said something very interesting, and I'm going to read the quote that he said when he got interviewed by ESPN. It's a straight quote from him. Starting fast is important for us in each game, but certainly matters in games like this right now. When the crowd's involved, that's something that you can't attack early. If you start fast, it can be an asset. How fast does Oregon have to start in this ballgame?
Very, very fast. You can't let that crowd get riled up. You got to block out the noise. You got to block out the white noise. You got to block it out because they're going to be loud. If they can do that and still play their game, it looks good for Oregon.
And I'm going to take that segue. You said they need to be loud. The Nittany Lions will have more than 100,000 fans clad all in white, contrasting against an inky black sky, bellowing collectively at nearly 120 decibel every time the Ducks have the ball.
That's crazy. That is insane.
Decibel.
The noise they have to deal with. You can't replicate that noise in practice. You can try.
Now, if you look at it this way, very interesting thing here. Oregon likes to communicate at the line. How are they going to communicate with no signals? You better have a lot of signals with 120 decibel. Because you're going to see the quarterback, that's going to be something to watch out. The crowds will play a very big factor in the first play of this game. If Oregon does not get out quickly and Oregon lets Penn State handle, or it's going to be a tough time for Oregon.
I don't. The first half is going to dictate the game. If Oregon can hold Penn State under 14 points going into the half and they're winning, they got this game. But if it's tied or Penn State is within 3, if it's like 13-10 at halftime, that second half is going to be real tough for Oregon to hold on to.
Well, the corner is going to be tested for Oregon because the Ducks have successfully with a reboot secondary complete with freshman corner Brandon Finity Jr. and Ifa Uga Digu are the freshman corners. They're going to be tested tonight against the Penn State wide receiving corps and Eller. If Eller and that Penn State wide receiving corps can take advantage of the freshmen, this will be a big play for Penn State to win this ball game. So that's going to be the thing. You got the rushing attack from Penn State. You got a passing attack from Penn State. They said they retooled the defense to complete the confirmation to keep pace with Oregon. What's going to give for Penn State to come out with the victory tonight?
For Penn State to come out with a victory, they got to hit Oregon in the mouth fast and hurt. That means you got to be nasty on the hits. You got to talk to them, and I know that's not the way Penn State wants to play ball, but they did in the 80s. Do it for Joe Pa. Do it for him. Penn State got to come out and play blue-collar football with them. They cannot come out being, displacement or anything like that. They come out and be true with it, for sure. They have to.
That's something we got to watch out for in this ballgame because that's something that Oregon is going to have to take the crowd out. They got a lot of stuff they got to take out. They got to take the crowd out quickly. They got to make pressure on Eller, make him uncomfortable in the pocket. You got to make him settle down the rush. That's a lot of things to overcome for Oregon in this ball game at Penn State and Happy Valley. I'm going with the Penn State Nittany Lions on this one. You got Oregon on taking the upset, so we are different on this contest.
You got Penn State winning this convincingly, a close game, last second field goal.
I got them winning by 2 touchdowns.
By 2?
By 2.
So will they rush the field if they win this game? By 2? Or they storm the field if they win by a field goal, last second field goal?
I don't see Penn State crowd because they're ranked number 3 in the nation. Why would they rush against the number 6 team in the nation?
I'm just saying, Ray.
I'm just saying too. If you're number 3 team in ranking in the nation and you rush the field on the number 6 ranked team in the nation, then you got no confidence in your team whatsoever.
How about this? What if Oregon rushes the field with the duck and they take his head? They take the duck's head.
I don't know. Is the duck going to be there?
Oh, no. I got so many questions about this game. I got Oregon, though, winning this game. I got a funny feeling Oregon going to beat them. But this will be my first time watching Penn State play, though.
I got Penn State at home. So.
I've only seen the highlights. This will be my first time watching the
game. If I was playing in Eugene, I would have taken Oregon because they're playing at home. I think the home team is going to win this ball game. So.
Okay.
All right.
You got a lot of homers today winning.
This is the one I really want to talk about right now. This is the one I circled on my game prediction today. The one that we need to talk about right now. The elephant in the room. And I mean the elephant in the room.
Uh-oh.
Number 17, Alabama Crimson Tide goes into number 5, Georgia Bulldogs.
Roll Tide.
Without Nick Saban. This is a redemption game for Georgia. What happened to them last year in Tuscaloosa. Now they're playing at home. No more Nick Saban on the sideline. Alabama has not shown this is a true Alabama team. This is more a team that is shown when Alabama was not even ranked. Back before Saban got there. This reminds me of a team that is now Alabama is now reversing the course. Going from super Alabama to a mediocre Alabama. The assessment I have here, DeBose is not the answer to Alabama. He's not. They brought him in from Washington because he had great years at Washington. They thought he could be the next Nick Saban. He's not the next Nick Saban. He has now reversed the course. They have now put the reverse. Like the ship says, all speed back. They have done it. This is a step back from Alabama. What can DeBose do to get his team back playing Alabama football where the fans of Alabama knows this team is Alabama football?
You know it's bad in Tuscaloosa. Anytime somebody says, if I win the lottery, I'm going to buy that coach's contract out and get rid of him and get us a real coach down here. That right there lets you know the tide has shifted. Church ain't been the same since Nick Saban left. Has not been the same down there in Tuscaloosa and surrounding counties. You can't replace Nick Saban. You gotta omit that from your mindset. That girl you in love with that left you for that boy, let it go. Let it go. You got to start your own brand. But when you replace a great coach, Ray, people forget about these words here in the phrase. When he gets his own players in here, then you will see the difference. But people don't have time to wait for that anymore. He's going against the grain down there in the South, the true South, Tuscaloosa, that have not forgiven or forgotten about Bear or Nick Saban. If they get that out of their mind and just play football, they can maybe have a chance. But every player and every fan is always thinking about Coach Saban. And they got to let that go. And the only way to get over to Coach Saban is what? Win. They can't. He lost the locker room. He lost the fan base. So all he has is himself, and hopefully his wife and kids are still on his side. I hope, unless the kids with grandma this weekend. I don't know if it's one thing that Bama can do. If they win this game, is he out of the woodwork? Is he out of the woodshed? Can he sleep in the room again with the wife? We don't know. But we will find out. But is this the game that will get Bama there? And then on the other side, ugh. They've said everything you can about Kirby Smart. Everything about that program. Have they lost it? The quarterback situation, the running game, the defense. What's missing from other? Why the slow start? Why does it take this game? They both got to prove that they can coach in this game, this matchup. Who is it going to be? Uga is a second half team. Bama is a team that capitalizes off mistakes. Ill-advised penalties. Tempers are going to be flaring. Referees, we got to talk right now because there's going to be a lot of this game. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They got to nip that in the bud quick and early. Quick and early. I still don't know yet. Give me some more numbers, Ray.
All right, let's look at this. Let's take a little bit more of an insight here. The Birds came out. This is a quote from the Alabama head coach. We got to be resilient. We know there are going to be a storm. We have to weather it in the SEC on the road, and you've got to do it. No one else is going to do it for you. I like that little bit of a mistake there. But why is an Alabama coach talking about this? An Alabama coach should not be talking about resilience, should not be talking about this. They should be on the forefront. They got the team to do it. They got the recruits to do it. They got the money to do it. They got the booster to do it. But why is the board have to come out and say we got to be resilient? Because they lost at Florida State. The only road game they played this year, they lost at Florida State. They got a stink in their mouth. Now they got to go and play it between the hedges. The toughest place to play, one of the toughest places to play is in Stanford Stadium, between the hedges in Georgia at night. Georgia's coming off a boost of confidence of their last game, a 44-41 overtime win against Tennessee. And Gunner starting through for 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also ran for a score. The throw that he made at the end of the game, the throw that went over the Tennessee's corner right into his receiver was the perfect pass.
Yes.
And it set the fans in stun at Rocky Top. So now Georgia comes back. You got Alabama. You got this. You got the hype. You got the quarterback Ty Simpson for Alabama. Gunner Stockton for Georgia. What do we see from Georgia's defense? Because they're going to put pressure on Ty Simpson. And the difference between The quarterback that Alabama used to have and now used to be mobile. Ty Simpson is not mobile. He could be a sitting duck back there with his Georgia defense and pass rush. How does Alabama line stop the Georgia defensive line?
Well, Bama's defense has not shown up when it needs to show up. That's the thing. That's the whole thing with this team. We know what the offense is going to be lacking with Bama. We knew that situation, but Bama's defense, when we need it to show up, it's not there. That's the missing piece that everybody's not talking about. They're so worried about the offense, but what has the defense done for Bama when you need them? Bama defense, you should show up on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1. But now they're getting 15, 20, 25 yards on those plays, the offense is. That's the one thing that nobody's talking about, that Bama defense. They're giving up that big play on 3rd downs. They need to stop that and get back to what Bama could do and make it in between the hedges defense.
Yeah, I agree with you that too. Jason says that Alabama's offense is going to show up today. He better show up, or else they're going to be run out of Stanford Stadium and they ain't like nothing. You better show
That's
up.
my brother right there. What's up, Jace? My brother down
I'm going to tell you
Roll
what.
Tide.
Alabama's offense has got to show up. Well, I saw Alabama defense has got to show up. If they don't play football in tandem, offense and defense, Georgia's going to have a field day. Because Georgia can light up the scoreboard. They proved it against Tennessee. Now they're going to come in back home and prove that they can control this ball game. Because this is going to be a different style. Georgia's going to run the ball a little bit more. They don't have to rely on Gunner Stockton making mistakes. But can Alabama defensive line show up and stop that running attack? That's going to be the key. If Georgia gets out on the run, Georgia's going to be tough to beat because the play action game will come into effect, and you ain't going to be able to stop it.
Here's another thing I'm paying attention to. I want to see what it's like on the sidelines. Is it players talking to players or coaches talking to players? I'm talking on Bama side. I'm talking on Bama side only because there's something's off kilted over there. Something's not right. I don't know what it is. I hope the town meeting went good last night. But I'm going to pay attention to that. Uga on the second hand, we know what they can do in the second half. They need to have a great first half. A great first half. No mistakes. Take advantage of the opportunities and control that time of possession. Control that. Because Kirby gets a little excited when his defense gives up big yardage and has a mistake with penalties. We don't need to give up 15 yards pass and then 25 yards on a rush and tack on 15 yards to unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul. That's what we need to pay attention to as well. The penalties on big plays, sideline interaction, who's going to take the jump in the first half, that's going to decide the winner of the game. With that being said, I got Uga +8.
Yeah, if you look at it this way, Alabama's coming in offensive 9th in passing yards per game, 335.7 passing yards per game. But they haven't played. They played Florida State, who got after them on the pass rush. And what happened is Simpson didn't have a good game. And now they got to penetrate around because now you got Uga, who plays the same amount of pressure defense like Florida State done. So now they got to do that. The national ranking for defense is 3rd in passing yards per game, only 108 yards passing. But Uga likes to run the football. They don't like to pass the football as much. So that's going to be the difference because right now Alabama's defense is ranked in the middle of the FBS in rushing defense.
When Athens, Georgia, by the way?
Oh, yeah, we're playing in Sanford Stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
Between the hedges at night.
Between the hedges, baby. Here we go.
On ABC. So it's not going to be on cable TV. It's going to be on regular TV. ABC, so there's going to be more people watching this ball game.
There it is.
Because it's Alabama versus Georgia. And the things that people are hyping up between game day and us and everybody else on podcasting is up getting this game hype. People will watch this game tonight. So
This is what it's
there'll
all
be a lot
about.
of radios. Gonna be a lot of radios, a lot of TVs on this ball game. And Alabama, well, they stink it up tonight.
I'm picking Uga.
I'm going
What's
with
the over-under?
I'm going with Uga in this one too.
What's the over-under? 57.5?
Let me get back to that. Let me get back to that part here. See here, the game betting thing here for this game is it's over 53.5.
That was close.
And then Georgia's favored by 3.5 points.
It's going to be a tight game first half, maybe 7-3 halftime. The second half, they're going to light it up.
And then the matchup predictors got 55.4% for Uga to 44.6 to Alabama.
Okay.
So that's where you look at it.
Yeah.
And then you got to watch out. Frazier leads the team in rushing for 39 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 189 yards for Georgia. Raleigh only has 23 carries, no touchdowns, 120 yards rushing out of the 3 games that Alabama's played. They should still go with Bama. You can go with Bama all you want to, but you might need a tissue after the game.
And you got Bama?
No, I got Uga. He's got Bama.
We both got no.
Your friends got Bama. I got Uga too, but your friends got Bama.
Oh, that's my brother Jason.
Yeah, he took Bama.
He's a true Bama fan.
He took the elephants.
The elephant is in the room.
Yeah, the elephant's in the room, but it might not be.
Bro, I see.
It might not be on the field afterwards. It might go to sleep somewhere.
If Bama win this game, everybody should go. Everybody's going to church in the state of Alabama. Everybody. If Bama win this game,
they should go to church anyway. If they don't win,
the dog too.
Hey, they should go to church anyway if they don't win anyway. Yeah, still.
But if they leave, the sermon gonna be different tomorrow. They're gonna take a collection to get rid of that coach immediately.
It's gonna take more than a collection. It's gonna take the whole church of Alabama and Tuscaloosa to get that money.
That money in the South, 2 churches got enough money to get them up out of there.
But is that what the good Lord wants?
Well said, Ray. Well said.
So, all right, we both got Uga. Your friends got Bama. We'll see who wins on that day after 7:30. Well, we'll be about 10:30. It'll be 10:30, 9:30 your time when the game's over. And you still got plenty of time to go out and drink.
After that game over.
And you still got plenty of time to go out and drink.
Won't happen today. Too many games on.
All right, my friend. Let's go away from that game. We both picked that game there. Georgia. Let's go with Massachusetts at number 20, Missouri, and your state of Missouri. How's the pulse feeling on this Missouri team right now?
I mean, I still don't think they've had a tough matchup yet. I can't judge this team yet. They still haven't. Who has Mizzou played?
I'm working my way down to them now.
I don't.
Missouri has played. Let's see. Missouri has played. They started off with CARK 61-6. They played Kansas 42-31. They played Louisiana 52-10, and they beat South Carolina 29-20.
Okay, South Carolina. That game was. It was still a hard-fought game, but I don't think that's been a test yet. And Mizzou got what, 7 home games in a row or some crap?
I got their schedule up
Sitting
now.
on a damn rock.
Let's see. They play Central Arkansas at home. They play Kansas at home. They play Louisiana at home. They play South Carolina at home. They got Massachusetts at home. Then finished off the home schedule. But it's home schedule against number 17 Alabama.
See,
The October.
they
11th.
won't have a game until then. And I still think Mizzou is a Conference USA team stuck in the SEC. I'm going to pick Mizzou on this. I'm going Mizzou. M-I-Z. Z-O-U.
Yeah, I'm going with Mizzou on this one. But if you look at Mizzou's schedule, they're after Alabama, they play 2 straight road games in Auburn and number 18 Vanderbilt.
Those are 3 losses in a row.
Then they go at home against Texas A&M and Mississippi State, and they finish on the road against number 7 Oklahoma and Arkansas.
So Mizzou probably win one more game after the day? Are you trying to tell me that?
Possibility. I don't know. They got Alabama at home, so you could pull an upset on Alabama.
No, I don't see that. No.
That's at high noon that day.
They're not that good. No.
But yeah, they could beat Auburn. They might not beat Vanderbilt. They should probably not sure won't beat Texas A&M.
Hell no. I can't see them beating Auburn.
They could beat Mississippi State.
That's what I said. They could win one more game. 1 to 2 more games they could win.
They could beat Arkansas.
That's it. A&M and Arkansas.
But then again, it's in the game.
What's that? 7 wins? That's still a bowl game. So that's good.
But they are right now. They're undefeated. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 4-0. They could be 5-0 after this game. It could be 5-1 or 6-0 after the Alabama game. Then you got Auburn, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. 2 more wins. So
that gives them what, 7, 8 wins? That's still a good year.
If you give them 2 more wins, they give them 6. They give them 6. That'd be 6 wins and
2 wins. Committee will get them in a bowl. They may be playing the day after Christmas, but it's a bowl game.
So if you give them 2 more wins, that'd be 6 wins. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they could be 8 and they could be 6 and 6.
Okay.
2 more games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see. I don't see it. I mean, they were a better team last year than this year's team to me. The past 2 years, they were a good team. They just couldn't put it together. They had some good players offensively and defensively, even special teams and coaching. But now the replacements are in, but this schedule in the beginning is horrific.
Yeah, this is some. You got to listen to these numbers right now for UMass. Out of 3 games, the quarterback for UMass has 24 out of 38, 1 interception, 248 yards passing.
Out of 3 games.
Out of 3 games. Their running back is 30 carries, 1 touchdown, 142 yards after 3 games. The So I mean, the starting quarterback must have got injured because
something not right, Frank. Something wrong.
Yeah, the wide receiver's got 24 receptions, 258 yards. So the starting quarterback has 10 yards after that.
Like, how you been married 15 years? Your wife has 4 kids, and the oldest 10. But you have no kids with her. I've been married 15 years. The math's not adding up.
Well, if you look at it this way, Gibson, the wide receiver, has 258 yards. The quarterback that's listed that leads the team in passing has 248 yards. So either he's the backup quarterback, the starting quarterback got injured after he passed for 10 yards, and then this guy come in because the leading receiver's got 258 yards.
Yeah, something not right.
10 yards difference.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We'd investigate that. It's another reason we don't win.
Yeah, let me go to UMass's roster stats real quick.
Let me call UMass AD. See if he's picking up.
All right, let's call this here.
It's Richard.
Okay, here we go. This is what we got now.
Okay, we got it. That's okay. Tell him Dre Montez.
Jordan is 24 out of 38, 248 yards. Their starting quarterback got injured after 44 attempts with 217. That ain't right either. That possibly could be right because he got 3 quarterbacks listed and all 3 of them played. Jordan is 24 out of 38, 248 yards. Rose is 27-44 out of 217 yards. But the leading receiver, these numbers don't add up because they got 548 yards total passing, and the leading receiver has only got 258 yards.
Remember the teacher used to say, you get the answer right. The teacher said, show me your work. Show me the work.
Yeah. That don't make no sense.
It's a head scratcher.
Okay, here we go. Now this makes a little bit more sense. The receiving corps has got 58 total receptions for 549 yards. So that's about right.
Okay. All right.
So all right. That makes a little bit more.
And they playing in Columbia, right? Como.
Yeah.
Home of the Rocks.
They're playing in Missouri.
I want people to know this. That watch Mizzou on TV. That's not how all of Missouri look, y'all. Don't be doing that to us. That's them folks down there. They did that. They did that on their own. Don't judge us that way.
And they didn't put a pond in there so they can skip the rocks, Carlos.
Don't get me started with they can do their stadium.
Hey, they could put water down there and let it be like a little waterfall going down the rocks.
The last thing they need in Columbia, Missouri is water.
Why, you scared anybody make moonshine?
Oh, my God.
All right.
Oh, my God. Columbia, Missouri, and South Carolina got a lot of things in common.
All right, let's talk about Washington State and Colorado State there. This game's on CBS Sports Network at 7:30. They're playing in Colorado State in Colorado Springs. Well, actually, it's in Fort Collins, Colorado, at Cavallo Stadium.
Why is that game behind? What the hell happened?
What?
Why is my TV lagging? One of my TVs lagging big time.
You probably ain't paid your internet bill.
You stop that nonsense. What's Colorado State record?
The 1-2 against Washington State is 2-2.
Colorado State only plays hard 3 times a year. Washington State, on the other hand,
the over is 50.5, and Colorado State is favored by 4.5.
Washington State favorite?
No, Colorado State's favorite. 4.5.
4.5?
By 4.5.
Give me Washington State.
You gonna take Washington State on this one, man? I'm gonna take Colorado State. San Jose State at Stanford.
I don't think what Andrew Luck is trying to get through to that program is caught on yet. Give me San Jose State.
You taking San Jose State? I'm going to take the ACC. I'm taking Stanford in this one. Appalachian State at Boise State. Appalachian State goes to Boise State, play on the blue carpet.
Ooh. I like App State, man. They always bring me a little luck. What time is this game, though?
This game's at 7:30 p.m. on FS.
That's too late for them. Give me Boise State. If that game was mid-afternoon, I'd take App State. But 7:30, no, it's too late.
I'm taking App State.
Moonshine is worn off.
Nah. They got the IVs of moonshine. What are you talking about? Let's go brought enough moonshine with them. All righty, man. Let's talk about this Kentucky at South Carolina, 7:45 on the SEC network. What are your takes on the South Carolina team?
Oh, they let me down, man. They let me down against Mizzou. They let me down. Because I like this team. They're fun to watch. From the sideline to the fans. Them Cox got it. They just have it, man. They just one or two things away from being that college football playoff situation because they could really shake up the tree. Kentucky, on the other hand, they're disciplined. I'm a little off on that. I like what they're doing offensively with the ball. Defense is where my concerns are at, and their special teams, their kicker needs to go back to soccer. I got to go with South Carolina. I can rebound. They can rebound from this. Rebound from last week.
Well, South Carolina's offense is 122nd in the FBS for 300.5 yards per game. They're 76 in passing per game. They're 130 in rushing per game. They're 99th in scoring per game. South Carolina defense is ranked 64 in the FBS yards per game, 58 for passing yards per game, 80 for rushing per game, and 53 for scoring per game. Kentucky's offense comes in at 76 in the FBS in yards per game, 116 in passing, 28th in rushing, 62 in scoring on their offense. Defense is 116th in FBS per game, 125th in passing, 70th in rushing, and 7th in points per game. So something's got to give here. And a lot of people say Sellers has been a disappointment for South Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. Even though he's got 730 yards and 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, and he has rushed for, and then they're running. So yeah, a lot of people said that he was in the Heisman candidate thing. Now he's like outside looking in.
See, who are these people that are doing that? Because I don't think he was even nowhere close to that as being a hopeful for that opportunity. You know, you give a kid, they see a kid highlight reel from junior high or Pop Warner, and they think, oh, here he is. This is what we've been missing. You haven't seen him face a defense. Have you seen him take on a defense with a smart, defensive-minded coach? Does he have receivers that can run a route or they run into a spot? All those things come into play. And what does he have? We don't know. So I got to be out the vote on that one. I don't like the early Heisman talk on people. Talk about that Heisman mid-October.
Yeah, if you look
August stuff in September, no. Show me what you've done. Nobody's played anybody yet.
If you look at South Carolina, they played Virginia Tech first game 24-11. Then they played South Carolina State 38-10. Then they lose to Vanderbilt at home. So they won. They're 2-1 at home, 31-7. Then they went on the road and lost to Missouri 29-20. So they
South Carolina State is an HBCU, right? Right. When the last time an HBCU has been relevant facing? When has that been a challenge?
Jacksonville State. That's the last time with Deion Sanders.
When did they have a tough game against a D1 football school? When South Carolina State played somebody, when Deion was there. I mean, Jacksonville State. Who did they play big time? And it was a threat.
Hold on, let's see here. Let's see if I can bring that up real quick.
I want the Heisman talk to start in October. We had Heisman talk for Archibald Manning in August. Now we got Heisman talk about the quarterback from Oklahoma who's out with a broken hand, the quarterback from Oregon. I think we got a receiver from somebody. Is it the Ohio State? They have a receiver. But the Heisman talk, nobody's played anybody yet, right? Nobody.
You know how everybody likes to play the freaking card, you know, the early prediction card. Even before the last season was over, they were already predicting like Sellers and Lagway being the top Heisman contenders.
I don't like Heisman Trophy talk on kids that like to go home a lot. No.
All right, let's see here. Under Deion Sanders, let's see who he played. Let's see here. Actually, he actually didn't. His last year there, he played. I ain't played no high-ranked teams.
Right.
So
it's been a long time. I think maybe Dante Culpepper, when he was with UCF, was probably the last time HBCU played a quality damn game with some implications moving forward. Because Bama playing Alabama State every year, we're not counting that.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to look and reify a little bit here on who he played. Yeah, they don't list none of the. No. They don't go back and list everything that they played. I was trying to find it, but it doesn't say. It just gives me Travis Hunter, the number 1 recruit, landed at Jackson State, spun Florida State. Yeah, they really don't. They don't state.
Right.
But I mean, Kentucky, South Carolina. This is the game in. Well, like I say, if you go to South Carolina, you better have some money to pay the tow truck so they won't pay your car. Make sure you park in a place that
At a real parking lot.
Don't try to chip you off.
You better park at a real parking lot.
Yeah, that too. They do have a lot of fake places to park so they can take your money and run. That's what South Carolina really does for you there. But you taking South Carolina or you taking Kentucky?
I'm taking South Carolina.
I'm gonna take the Bluegrass State. I'm going with Kentucky. Marshall versus Louisiana. Who you got?
We are Marshall.
I'm gonna take Marshall on this one. Louisiana Tech at UTEP. Who you got?
Give me La Tech.
I'm gonna take them too. Number 25 BYU goes to Colorado and Deion Sanders and Boulder. Who are you going to take in this ball game? This is a 10-15
That's
game.
A 9:30 game your time, right?
No, it's a 10-15 my time. It's 9:15 your time.
My time. That's a late game. They in BYU?
No, they in Colorado.
That don't mean nothing. I haven't seen anything out of that team. They can't move the ball to meet quarterback. That offensive line is atrocious. The only thing Colorado has is defense and special teams. Give me BYU. Sorry, De'Aaron.
I'm taking BYU on that one. So we have picked all the Saturday games. Now let's go to the next week's Thursday night and Friday game and pick those. Let me get to those games real quick here. And then we'll finish up here and then get everybody out to their 12 o'clock games. So let's go here to the schedule for next week. All right, you got Sam Houston versus New Mexico State. Who are you taking? Sam Houston's 0-4. 0-1, you think? So you're taking New Mexico?
Yeah.
I'm going to take New Mexico, too, on this one. We both got New Mexico on the Thursday night game. These are a lot of Friday night games. Western Kentucky.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 5 games.
Okay.
Western Kentucky versus Delaware. Who you got?
Delaware.
You taking the Blue Hens?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Western Kentucky on this one. All righty. Charlotte.
Hold on 1 second, Ray. Hold on 1 second. I'm watching game day, and then at Penn for the Penn State game, whiteout party. There's a kid with a whiteout sign that he wrote with white marker.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And a white marker.
Oh, my God. It takes a special person to do that.
Did somebody ask him what he's doing?
No, he got the sign up there. I couldn't make out the sign. Oh, my God. Go on, my bad.
Hold on 1 second.
I picked Delaware.
Yeah, I got you on that one. I just got to make sure I got enough blocks.
Oh, this is our first
Man.
brother this year trying to make a field goal.
Okay, we got enough blocks. All right. All righty, let's go with Charlotte versus South Florida. Who you got?
That's too much speed for Charlotte. Give me South Florida. South
I
Florida
got
fast.
South Florida in that. New Mexico at San Jose State.
Give me San Jose State.
I'm going to take San Jose State also on that one. West Virginia. Hide your mamas, your daddies, and your cousins. But they're going to you. They're going to number 25, BYU. So they got Utah this week, and they go to BYU next week.
They play Utah or Utah State?
They play Utah today in West Virginia, and then West Virginia goes to play BYU.
Oh,
next
man.
week.
That is crazy. That's back-to-back multiple wives. Oh, man. Give me Utah.
You taking BYU? They play Utah this week. They play BYU next week. We're talking about BYU versus West Virginia.
Give me BYU.
I'm going to take BYU in this one also. All right, last game for Friday night football for college football. It's Colorado State at San Diego State. Who you got?
San Diego State, baby.
You're taking San Diego State. I'm going to take Colorado State in this one.
He made it.
What game are you watching?
The game day when they kicked the field goal for the money. This black kid won, but he picked this little white kid to kick the field goal for him. And he made it.
Oh, my God.
I think there's been one person to miss this year.
And Jason said that South Carolina will win the game. Sorry for missing that. And then he picked Penn State winning the whiteout game also.
Thanks for watching, bro. Appreciate it, Jason.
Yep, thanks for watching. All right, let's talk about your post-game show. What are the 6 teams are you going to look for today that you're going to comment on after all the games are over?
Got my notes right here. These are the 6 games I'll be watching on the Iceberg Coolers Concepts.com 6-pack Saturday college football post-game show. I'll be watching the USC Illini game, Auburn, Texas A&M, LSU Ole Miss, Oregon and Penn State, Bama and UGA. But here's my toss-up. I don't know whether to watch BYU at Colorado or Notre Dame at Arkansas for my 6th game. I'm leaning more toward the Notre Dame-Arkansas game.
I would. That's the game I would go with.
So I think USC Illini, Auburn, Texas A&M, LSU Ole Miss, Oregon, Penn State, Bama, UGA, Notre Dame, Arkansas will be my 6 games I'm watching today. And I will do the show immediately following the last game, which I do believe is Bama and UGA. Yeah. I think that's the late game. Because LSU Ole Miss, that 3:30.
Let's see here. Your last game for your watch thing is the 7:30 game, which is the Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah.
And everything else is in the afternoon.
Yeah. So I think the college, I think my 6-pack Saturday would be done, probably going on at 9 o'clock. So that's better than last week. I think last week we went on about 11.
And if you want to catch the show, all you got to do is click the QR code. It'll take you to his Facebook page, and then you can go ahead and hit like, and then you can go down and try to find this last week's show and schedule it from there. So every time he pops on live, it'll pop up on your Facebook notification. That's how you get that going.
That's how it's done, buddy.
Right there is your QR code right to his Facebook page, Dre Montez. Go ahead and give him a follow, give him a like. He's got a lot of good shows on there during the afternoon time frames on his regular shows, all on his Facebook page. Or you can catch his live when he go live walking around the streets of St. Louis.
We're getting on the road a lot more now, Ray. We're getting on the road. Getting on the road. I did a show at a electronic audio store / record store. I got a coffee shop coming up this Tuesday where I have coffee and conversations with a daily drip, Trey Montez. So we get out there to meet people.
You want to go to my Facebook page? You can go to my Facebook page. That's my QR code. If I can get 100 likes or 100 follows, I can actually do my show live on that Facebook page, on my journalism page. That's the page I'm giving you. That's where I do all my contents and stuff like that for my journalism.
Let's light Ray up, people. Let's light them up.
If you give me 100 follows on this one right here, I can actually broadcast the show live on that page. So that's the thing about Facebook. They don't let you go live unless you got 100 followers on Facebook now.
You can't go live on Facebook until what?
If you got a Facebook page, you got to have 100 followers to go live on that page.
When did they start that?
They started that about last year, I think.
Oh, I saw what YouTube did. They're bringing back people from 5 years ago that they kicked off due to the COVID.
Yeah.
They were saying things about the COVID.
Yeah.
They're bringing them all back. So that's good. The people that lost thousands and millions of followers, they took their page away.
Then if you click this code, that takes you to the All Sports All Plays Network. You can like us, follow us there also, and you can follow all our shows on the All Sports All Plays Network. We got shows all the way down through MAA, all the way down. You can learn about the pay-per-views that we put on with the MAA. Jay Ness and them are working very hard on the MAA side of the house, and they're very hard. Everybody is working hard on this network. If you're the Kansas City Chiefs fan, they got the Red Kingdom. I'll be on there next week. I'll be on there next week talking about the Jaguars and Kansas City game on the show for the Monday Night Football that's coming up on the 6th of October here in Jacksonville, Florida.
You going to that game?
Oh, I got season tickets, brother. You know I ain't gonna miss that game. I'll be at that game. I'll be at the game. You know what's so bad about it is? I'll be at that game riding a school bus to the game.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because on Monday night at Game Express, they have some of the JTA buses, regular city buses, but then at late night when you get ready to go and transfer back, they have to use a school bus system to get you back to your car. So that's how I travel to the game. I'll travel on style in a regular city bus. On the way back, I'll be on a school bus with my knees all up to my chest. A big man like me does not fit on a school bus no more.
Oh my God, you're hilarious.
You want to see a big man riding a school bus with knees all up in his chest? Come on, you can see it right here now. I might even post that. I might even do a video of that, me sitting on the bus with my knees to my chest. So that's a lot of stuff. So out of your six big games, what is the most watched game you wanted to watch out of all six?
Out of all the six, I want to see this LSU Ole Miss. That's a big game because for one, it could really shut the naysayers up about Brian Kelly. On the other side, now even more job opportunities could open up the door for Lane Kiffin, Monty's boy. He's come a long way. Big time. And I don't think Mike Gundy's done. I don't think he's done. Maybe not this year, but there's a program out there for him. Maybe UCLA. What game is on your watch list? What's the one you looking forward to?
Well, my game on my watch list is that Oregon and Penn State game. That's my biggest one. That's the one I want to sit and watch.
Well, I've never seen Penn State play. So today will be my first time watching them play. I've never seen them play this year. I've only seen highlights. These
But I
kids
do,
eat good before the game.
but I do one year want to do our show outside of Beaver Stadium.
Ooh, that would be fun. I was supposed to be with this college football thing we're going to do here out of St. Louis and just go to about 6 local games: Lindenwood,
Yeah.
McKendree, Missouri State, Central Missouri State, uh, Illinois, and Kentucky. We want to go to those 6 venues for a game. But we got on board a little bit too late because you want to get your proper credentials in time.
Yeah.
So I think next year we may start putting our credentials out in April to get on board. Because I got a guy that has a very nice van utility vehicle and a couple of 4-wheelers and golf carts. We can go out there and meet and greet. Not a game day situation, but more of like a meet and greet. Go kick it with the people the night before and then go to the game and tailgate and leave like that.
Yeah, I at least want to do our show outside of Beaver Stadium.
That'd be awesome.
It's just something I always wanted to do. And I want to eventually, once I get everything situated where I don't have to work at my regular job no more, that I can actually do this full time and get money for it and stuff like that. And I want to go around, take this show around to different college stadiums, from small schools, big schools, going around. And actually, I don't know, since your Gators play in Georgia here in Jacksonville, well, not in 2026, 2027, but 2028, the new stadium comes.
Right.
They come back. I want to do a game show at the largest cocktail party.
Huh? I'm tingling over here, Ray. Don't do me like that now. I don't think Florida's ready for Trey Montez again. Oh man. You know, I gotta meet Roman Piper and hang out with him.
I actually got I got 2 mobile Wi-Fi's that I can put up and band together to come up with a bigger, stronger signal so our show's outside.
Hey, I'm ready to travel. Maybe by next year I have a partner and be on the road a lot.
Yeah.
Well, from my point
but
of view.
Eventually I want to go to Beaver Stadium. I want to go to the largest cocktail party. And then we'll do some small school venues and stuff like that. That's eventually I want to do. Carry this show around. We just got to get like tents and stuff like that. And I'm looking at a couple of generators that we can use, and so
we got some of my old radio connects down there.
I want to do that, and then I want to eventually I want to get a RV. So,
Ray, you trying to spoil me? You trying to make me tear up? You know how I feel about RVs.
I got a friend that does wrapping cars and stuff like that. Limitless Garage here in Jacksonville. Have them wrap the RV up with ASAP college breakdown stuff with our pictures on it.
Man, if I wouldn't have lost my vision, I would have had an RV by now.
Yeah.
Wrapped with all my sponsors, I'd be on the road.
Oh yeah.
I'd be traveling everywhere. Everywhere.
I'm trying to get there. That's my next big step is trying to get all the stuff paid out, get my family into a house. After I get a house, then look and try to get an RV and stuff like that. So
I feel you. That's the way to go, though.
Well, it brings us to the end of the college game day breakdown. We broke down all this game. We only had 37 before we had 49 games to be picked today. There's only 49 games today total. Florida State and them played last night. Let's talk about the Florida State and that Virginia game.
I'm worried about the receiver, the way they stormed that field. Is he okay?
I don't know. That was an avalanche. That was
Dude. I mean, soon as the ball hit the ground, it was 3,000 people on the field.
They were already on the field before the game was even over. Do you see the end zone? That security guard was trying to hold them all back.
Everybody that does security got fired.
That was just an avalanche, and it was so bad. By the time the coaches trying to go to center field, it was already covered with fans, so they couldn't even find each other.
How do you feel about kids storming the field and rushing the court and tearing down the goalposts? How do you feel about that, honestly?
All right, this is what I had this conversation with a couple of friends. Was sitting back at a bar and just relaxing and stuff like that. And I told them, I said, well, look, they're college students. They want to rush the field, but they need to do it in a respectable way. So what they should have done was made the announcement, said, you rush the field, well, we'll throw a 15-yard penalty and give the team, down back over again and have them a chance to win the game again. That's what I feel about it, to keep them in the stands. And then after the team has thing, to have the public announcer come out and say, now you can storm the field because all teams has cleared the field. You got to have player safety. That's the most important thing. Player and coach safety.
When they did this in college basketball, Bruce Pearl did it. The coach at Mizzou did it. I think Florida coach did it. It didn't go back in a good way. The kids still did what they wanted to do. Now, throwing stuff on the court in college basketball, yeah, don't be doing that. But storming the field, that's kind of hard to stop.
Well, the ACC
unless you have a gate or a fence.
ACC fined Florida State when they stormed the field against Alabama $55,000.
One person paid that fine.
Probably.
One person said, I got that.
Yeah.
That alumni got that. $500,000 at Tennessee, tore that goalpost down 2 years ago. 2 people paid that. We got that. It has to be more than a fine. They got that type of money. They got that money. If you want to hurt the team, you got to do it the next game. So what can you do? Take a timeout away? Or give the team the ball on the 45-yard line to start the game instead of a kickoff. Or I want to storm the field. They get the ball at the 45-yard line.
Or you just, before the game, throw the flag and send them 25 yards up the field.
But at the same time, if I go to a school or I'm a part of a university or program that wins a game that nobody had them winning, storm the field. Tear the goalpost down. Let's raid the dean's office.
I look at it this way. If you want to storm the field and you really want to hurt a team and put them at a disadvantage, the next game have the other team start at the 10-yard line.
See, I'm all about giving the other team the ball. Give them the ball. You want to keep running on the field? I got something for you. Do it again.
That's one opinion you could do. You could give the ball.
Who is that changed the goalpost? They got like a camera on there and a lock. Somebody, they showed it last week. Who was it? It may be Ole Miss. Somebody has a special goalpost where it's impossible for you to tear this one down. They talked about it last week on College Game Day. Who was it? Was it? Did I write it down somewhere? I may have wrote it down. Let me check the backlog of notes here. Who was it with the goalposts? I write it down. Got to keep notes. You never be. I always took good notes in class and in the military.
Yeah.
Who was it? I'm gonna stick with Ole Miss. They have a goalpost you can't tear it down. It's impossible. It's not like a breakaway backboard. You can't tear those down unless it's Shaq. But yeah. But I think it may be. I don't think they're gonna do it in season. Probably next year. They may do something about these kids storming. I'm glad nobody was hurt.
Yeah, Because then the Arizona State fans stormed the field too.
Somebody stormed the field last year, and there was still time left on the clock. I'm not talking about the year Kentucky did it when Jared Lorenzo was there. Not that game. But last year, somebody preempted storming the field, and there was time left on there. And they had to get the kids off, and they lost the game because of a field goal. It may have been D2.
Well, I mean,
last year.
Ole Miss tore the goalpost down in Georgia against Georgia on November 24th. They paraded through downtown, and then the Lafayette County Sheriff's Office turned the goalpost over to Ole Miss, back to Ole Miss. Some parts of the goalposts were sawed off by fans, but the university recovered the remaining pieces. Fundraising: the university is selling pieces of the goalpost to benefit the Grove Collective, a fund for Rebels athletics. A large piece of the goalpost is on display at City Hall in Oxford, allowing fans to take pictures with it.
Time out. Let me get this straight. They committed a crime and has it on display.
Yeah, they put it on display in City Hall. You can go to City Hall. A large piece of the goalpost is on display at City Hall in Oxford, allowing fans to take pictures, take photos with it.
Only in Oxford, Mississippi. Mama, let's go to Oxford. I can take a picture of Goalpost City Hall and get some sweet.
A large piece of it is in City Hall.
Oh my God! Only in the South, man. Only in the South. When they tore that goalpost down in Tennessee, and that police officer was on camera, and he waving at the kids in his car. He just sitting in his car. He just going down the street.
Okay, here we go.
That may be the only time nobody goes to jail in the South. Let that school win a game, and they tear down the goalpost.
Here we go. In the mid-2000s, Iowa State implemented a goalpost with a lock and hinge to prevent them from being torn down after victory. University of Kansas hinged goalposts after losing them to a student rivalry in 2023. However, fans still managed to remove them on subsequent occasions. University of Washington, after a fan and police clash during a celebration in 1989, the results in injuries, the university began to take action to secure
I remember that.
Washington State in 1990, the school added sturdier goalposts specifically to prevent students from tearing them down, according to an event official.
Look, if the game is out of the way and nobody's kicking the field goal, scoring a touchdown, I'm waiting on somebody in one of these new stadiums to get a goalpost that goes in the ground. An electronic goalpost. And it just goes in the ground. They got retractable roof. Why can't we get a retractable goalpost?
Well, some stadiums got a goalpost that actually collapse. They go up there and they can collapse it down to the ground. Some schools already got that. Like Florida State.
They stormed that field last night, Ray.
Yeah, like Florida State, H-style goalposts were recently installed in Bobby Dodd Stadium and Doak Campbell Stadium in 2002 to honor the coach William E. Bill Peterson. Robert Wilson, Florida State Associate Director, communicated, and Coach P, as a player used to call him, led the Seminole through the goalposts every game. So.
Okay.
Let's see here. The Washington State goalpost is very sturdy because they let fans climb it after the game. It doesn't move.
They go do what Philly does and put grease on the damn poles in a minute so nobody can climb it. Have you been a part of a goalpost celebration?
Yeah, it was the North Carolina-Miami game when North Carolina kicked the field goal with Connor Barth.
Okay. What year was that?
That was under Mac Brown.
I think I did it in 98 when Phillip Rivers beat Florida State. I was there.
Now, I did it in 1980 when Lawrence Taylor was at North Carolina.
In 1980, were you allowed out of the house then, Ray? You were a child.
Yeah, I was 8 years old. My dad took me to football games. My dad said we're gonna go storm. He said if Lawrence Taylor wins this game, we're gonna go storm the field. That's like,
Dude, that's awesome to be 8 years old, storming the field of college field.
He grabbed me by my hand. He's like, I can't leave you by yourself. So he grabbed me by my hand and said, let's go. He took me. He had a friend that jumped the fence, lowered me down to hold me while my dad climbed over the fence.
Dude, that's awesome.
So, yeah, I was a kid when I stormed the field.
Man. Yeah, that was my first and only time storming the field. NC State over Florida State.
Now, I was at Florida State when they stormed the basketball court against Carolina and they beat them.
Okay. So. How was that UCF North Carolina game?
It was good all the way up to the point that when UCF scored the first touchdown, the game was over.
Mm.
I mean,
did you see Belichick's girlfriend? Was she there?
Yeah, she was there.
Did she come on the sideline again?
Yeah, she gave him a kiss before the game.
Oh, that's right. She had the cheerleader outfit on. Yeah.
She had shorts and a t-shirt on.
Shorts and t-shirt? Okay.
Yeah. But it was all right.
So if Deion's girlfriend, Carucci, come on the sideline and kiss him today, will anybody say anything?
Probably not.
Mm.
But I look at it this way. UCF Stadium is like a high school stadium.
Really?
I mean, yeah, it's a big stadium. It holds about 44,000 people, but the bleachers is like a high school bleachers type deal with some concrete underneath it. But you can hit it, and it makes noise all the way around the whole stadium. It's like a high school stadium, man. It's like bleachers.
Yeah, I need comfort. I need comfort when I sit down.
They made bleachers look like all the way around to make it look like a whole stadium.
Oh no.
And then if you go to a game at UCF, you better hope you can get to the concession stand, because it took you a while to get to the concession stand. And some concession stand after halftime started running out of drinks.
Oh no. No, I can't have that either.
And
it's bathroom and my liquor. That's why I carry mini bottles all with me.
It's 44,000 people, but they're adding on to the they're putting a tower in there that's supposed to move it up to 20,000 more seats. So it's supposed to hold about 64,000 at the end.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they still have the national championship thing up on the press box, commemorating their national championship runner-up.
Since we finished up a little early here, I'm gonna make a run to the store.
All right, man. Well, everybody's been great. We let it all the way up. We thought we would have a little bit more games to talk about, but we only had 49 games, so that took a little bit of the hour. We joked around a little bit. I am Ray. That is Dre. We'll see you next time on the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. And everybody have a good Saturday. And hope your team wins. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys next week. See ya.